Hi, I'm Ben 40.
And I'm Evie and you're watching WCAT's Weekly News.
Hey Evie, why didn't the ghost want to go to school?
Why?
His heart wasn't in it. As you can tell, we are already getting in the Halloween mood. But before things get spooky, let's take a moment to look back at a fun week for Westminster students. On Saturday, the academic quiz team took home gold at the Walton Academic Tournament. Congratulations to our AQT team and all of the quiz cats.
Last Friday, we got to enjoy the homecoming festivities, which ended with an exciting football game. We also named our 2018 Homecoming King and Queen, Andrew Zacks and Naima Turbas. Well done. Now let's go to WCAT reporter Olivia Bontempo with more on homecoming.
Homecoming Week, a tradition at Westminster, was a huge success this year. Students dressed up as their favorite college teams, they dressed up as superheroes, they wore pajamas, and on Friday, they showed their school spirit by wearing green and white in preparation for Friday's festivities. The homecoming festivities were kicked off Friday with a performance from the varsity and JV Cheercats and the crowning of the 2018 Homecoming King at the pep rally.
It was a lot of fun winning Homecoming King, but it was even more fun being able to participate with such an awesome court. Some of the best guys I've ever come across, and certainly a group I want to stay connected with for a long time.
The pep rally was followed by a high school-wide game of Capture the Flag spanning from Turner to the back gates. Following Capture the Flag, the students gathered on Broyles Field to listen to their classmates' musical performances, play games, paint pumpkins, and enjoy bagged lunch and ice cream. Friday was the homecoming football game against Cedar Grove, where students dressed out in Galaxy-themed outfits, and the homecoming queen was announced.
Yeah, I think I'd just say I was really honored just to be on the court. It feels really cool to be voted on by all of your peers. And then to win was a great way to represent Westminster, but all in all, I really got close to the girls on the court, and I loved them, so it was an awesome experience.
Homecoming was a big success this year. And again, another big congratulations to our homecoming king and queen, Naima and Andrew. I'm Mary Locke Speed with WCAT. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Olivia. Homecoming week is always an exciting time of the year.
Calling all you Bob the Builders. For students looking to help out or seniors trying to spice up their resume, there will be a Habitat for Humanity build this Saturday. If that's not for you, there's also an aluminum can drive sponsored by the Wired Cats that will fund a Habitat house on Atlanta's west side.
The Wired Cats have been leading the Recycle for Good initiative throughout Georgia First Robotics for the past 2 years. Their goal is to collect 3 million aluminum cans and reduce the amount of aluminum that ends up in landfills. Look for the collection bins in every building. Go Wired Cats.
Have you been to a Westminster play yet? If not, get your best thespian face on. The Westminster Players are presenting Fiddler on the Roof next week in the Keller Theater, and you won't want to miss Tevye and his girls. They will be singing and Russian Cossack dancing. Performances begin on Thursday.
With so many clubs at Westminster, it's hard to name them all. This week, we would like to shine a light on Dirt Cats.
WCAT reporter Christiana Dole did a little digging and came up with more on this interesting venture.
To learn more about one of the many clubs on campus, the Dirt Cats, I visited Westminster's Garden, which is not only full of food, but opportunity.
Dirt Cats is a service club that grows food mainly in the fall, spring, and summer. This fall we're going to be growing foods like carrots, beets, garlic, ginger, radishes.
As students grow food throughout the year, they learn invaluable skills.
Well, for the club, we really kind of learn the skills that go into actually growing food, getting our hands dirty, what happens from moving a plant from the seed all the way to seedling and then harvest time. We also learn about community, what it means to kind of work together. We have this saying in the garden, many hands make for light work, and we really feel that when we're in the garden space, whether it is weeding a garden bed or getting a ton of plants planted in the ground or seedlings started.
Dirt Cats also connects with Westminster's Discovery Program, providing unique opportunities, especially surrounding environmental awareness.
Discovery is really about community development and leadership. And so to kind of figure out how a group works together and that dynamic that can move forward, we kind of use the garden as a starting off point, whether it's the first day or early on in the course. We're looking at the garden as a way to see how we work together to engage through problems. So the problems of clearing out a bed space or harvesting an area.
As a service club, Dirt Cats reaches outside the Westminster community.
Well, we help the community out by donating food to a food pantry at Collins Methodist United Church. Last year, we donated about 200 pounds of food to them. And this year, we're also planning to do other types of workshops or field trips in which not only will we be helping out and learning in the community, but we'll be teaching other people about the basics of gardening.
We have a plan this year to connect with a local farmers market, growing seedlings and teaching people how to grow plants based on the season. So really looking at connecting with the community coming here, and then us reaching out to the community and going to share our skill set after we've learned particular skills here.
Dirt Cats certainly are making an impact here at Westminster and in the community. I'm Christiana Dole for WCAT, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Christiana. What a fantastic opportunity to get down and dirty.
Bonjour is what you should say when you see any of our newly arrived French exchange students around campus. Give them a warm welcome and look for a story on them coming up very soon.
Last Saturday, at Chastain Horse Park, the Barn Cats were champions of the Wildcat Jam 9 Horse Show. Great ride, Barn Cats.
Now let's go to our sports anchor, Jack Hunter, for more on Westminster sports.
Thanks, guys. Last weekend, Westminster inducted 6 new coaches and players into the Bright Up Athletic Hall of Fame for their accomplishments and success brought to Westminster athletics. New inductees include Westminster celebrity and former tennis coach Scoot Diamond, football and new wrestling coach L.B. Joel for his wrestling and track and field accomplishments, and current Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker. Wednesday night was senior night for both cross-country teams. While the highlight of the night was celebrating all of the seniors' accomplishments and commitment to the cross-country program. Naima Turbis, fresh off of her commitment to run at Duke University and being announced homecoming queen, set a new course record with a 17:47 time to lead the Cats.
No, it's really humbling and exciting, and it's great to be able to leave such a mark on Westminster. I always go out there just wanting to do my best, and I'm proud that ended up in a course record yesterday.
Next Wednesday, the Cats will host a huge 5 AAA Region Championship meet at home. Come support the Cats before they head off to state. Bright and early tomorrow morning, the Volley Cats start their playoff run in Savannah. In the first round at 11 a.m., they'll face Windsor Forest. With the win, they'll advance to the second round at 2 p.m., either against Kendrick or Savannah Arts. After a tough loss to Cedar Grove last week, the varsity football team returns to action tonight versus Redan at Avondale Stadium. With only 3 games remaining in the regular season, come out and support the Cats at 7:30 tonight as they begin the final portion of the regular season. And finally, congratulations to the varsity softball team on a great season. After a strong regular season, the Cats secured a number 2 seed in a home series versus a battle-tested and experienced Jackson County team in the first round, where they fell short in a best-of-3 series. That's all for this week. For WCAT Sports, I'm Jack Hunter. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Jack. And good luck to all Westminster sports teams.
Well, that's all for this week's news. For WCAT, I'm Ben Forty.
And I'm Evie Reardon, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on WCAT's Weekly News.